So I'm actually going to share some very valuable tips for you today. And the reason I'm making this video is because I work with investors from all over the world. And there are some very common questions that they all ask me. So I thought it would make sense to condense as much of this valuable information into one video. So if you are an overseas investor, then I suggest you keep watching this video. What's going on, guys? My name is Joe Butler, and as always, I'm here to bring you the most informative real estate content in Dubai. As always, I offer a free 30-minute consultation. Follow the link below. And I've also offered a new way for you to contact me or actually just be in the know. And I'm going to offer you the chance to be in a WhatsApp group that's going to be exclusive with new property deals, market updates, and much more. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Follow the other link below and see you there. So since most of my clients are non-residents, it's very important that you know these tips. If you are looking to buy a property that's ready and you are not a resident in Dubai, maybe you might even live here, but if you live here and you don't have your Emirates ID, you're not classed as a resident. Well, if you want to buy a ready property, then there's going to be a way that you need to pay the person that you're buying their property, which means you can't just rock up with a load of cash, or you can't just get the bank details of the seller and send him money. You need to make the payment in the form of a manager's check. Now, how do you get a manager's check? To get a manager's check, you need a bank account. And I'm not just talking about a non-residency bank account, because generally those types of bank accounts are just like savings accounts. So they're not official bank accounts where you can go there, transfer the bank money and get any cash. That's not how it works. So for example, if you came to me and said, Joe, I want to buy a property, so what are my options? Well, I would say I work for Provident Real Estate. So for us in-house, we have a system where you can transfer the money and Provident can create you a manager's check. And I'm sure there are other ways of doing it. But again, what you need to understand is there is going to be a charge on this between 1 and 1.5%. You may find it cheaper, you may find it more expensive, but this is going to be the only way to do it. You need to get a manager's check from a company that can create one via their bank, or by becoming a resident and getting your own bank account and then getting your own manager's check and saving you that 1.5%. So how do you become a resident? Well, it's quite simple. If you want to do it fastest, you set up a business. Or alternatively, if you buy a property, you have to invest 2 million, as I say, and get yourself a golden visa. But even then, you're still going to be faced with the issue of paying for the property. So therefore, setting up the business first could be most beneficial if you just want to get the property through your own bank and you are not going to pay that extra charge to a company to create you a manager's check. Now, what you need to know is that this doesn't apply to off-plan properties. To buy an off-plan property, you don't even have to be in the country. You can do it completely remote. Why is that? Because the off-plan is basically on a payment plan whereby you're just transferring money directly to the developer and paying off the payment plan accordingly. So that's why, to be honest, most of my clients, if they don't have direct access to Dubai, they actually just purchase off-plan because, they want to make that investment. And for some of them that live in America and stuff like that, for them to travel all the way to Dubai to actually buy something, unless they were really, really serious and wanted it there and then, and they've got a really strong reason to park all of the money right now, a lot of them just buy off-plan because they prefer the payment plan. Okay, so also when you are deciding whatever you want off-plan already, let's say you're sitting on a bit of cash. So you come to Dubai and you get two choices, right? Like I said, number one, you buy the property that's ready, you get a manager's check and you purchase the property and start renting it out. But then you might think, you know what, I'm kind of happy to buy off-plan, but still I need to offload this amount of cash that I've got. So in that scenario, we can actually go to a developer and we can get discounts in most cases directly from the developer if you're paying the full amount upfront in cash. Let's say you're from India, for example, and you know there's new tax rules coming in. Well, at this point, you need to offload some cash, so why not put it into a property? But you might not necessarily want to buy something that's ready, because all is what this is just moving money from A to B. Well, then we can get a discount directly from the developer. I'll say to them, hey, listen, my client has got $250,000, but we want to buy something off plan. Can you offer us a discount? We'll pay it in full. And like I said, they are actually accepting full cash and, offering a slight percentage off. Maybe that's 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, who knows? But in most cases, we have seen that happen. Another important note is that developers accept crypto. Not saying every single developer accepts crypto, but if you are a crypto holder and you are looking to potentially move some of that money from A to B again, then it's quite a simple process. The developers usually have their own internal wallets, or they will use a third-party crypto company, and then they would actually set up their wallet for them, send the money to them, and then basically get the property sold like that. So to conclude, what have I just talked about? What's the main takeaways? Well, number one, if you're a non-resident and you want to buy a ready property, you need to consider that you will need to get a manager's check and there will be fees incurred. If you are a non-resident and you're buying off-plan properties, you don't even have to be in the country, which is very important to know if you wanted to get a deal done faster. Number three, if you are buying a property property in full cash, off plan. We can sometimes get you a discount depending on the developer, and that's where I come in and work my magic. And number 4, you can buy properties from the developers in cryptocurrency, again in most cases. So guys, I hope you learned something from this video. I just shared some very important tips that you need to know if you are buying property in Dubai. As always, feel free to book in a call, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the call.